All right, and we're back. So we are going to the post-apocalyptic robot world. Two of the characters in this game, nope, three of the characters in this game have not described what they look like while they're in this world. We're talking examples of fingerless leather gloves. We're talking goggles. So, Gravy, what is the sort of Mad Max version of Gravy look like,
He shaves.
All right, I have a metal diaper.
That's the only difference is instead of a regular loincloth, it's just a metal loincloth.
No, he specifically said diaper.
Okay.
It's functional.
There's the implication that he's not planning on going to the bathroom other than in his pants.
All right. So now that's locked in canon. So we got that. All right.
Cell having been there is like, I think that will fit in perfectly. That's it.
Yep.
And whenever someone asks me why I'm called Gravy, I have a different reason why I'm here.
All right, Ander, what does Ander look like while he's in post-apocalyptic world?
I think Ander, like before going out on this trip, realizing he has no idea what to prepare for. I think he's gonna turn to like Zalzu for some advice and be like, I don't know how to blend in. Can you help?
I hand him a handful of belts I've happened to have collected.
He's just all utility belts.
Strap up with buckles. Get buckled up, my man.
There's no clothes underneath. It's all just belts. It's like 10 belts.
Oh my god.
However, you do have the plus side of like if you ever need something, you have all these pockets. So like bandoliers, you can just reach in and have all these equipment.
Try putting a pouch on that pouch.
I will take your word for it, I guess.
All right, and what does Zalzu look like while he's in this world?
So yeah, I'm also I up my buckle game and get some more buckles in there.
Yep.
I craft myself sort of a bullet farmer wig, but out of crossbow bolts. I've got 2 goggles already, but I bring in my spare set, so now I've got goggles on my head, wearing goggles around my neck. You can't have too many goggles.
Yeah, the 3 sets of goggles. Yeah.
That's right. Right.
All right, cool. And so to just sort of fill everyone in on what happened last time so you know what you're kind of getting into. So last time what happened was they went there and they were trying to find a key that would bring them underground to where the shield vault is. Like, so this is the top, what they call top side. It's a city on top of the shield vaults, which is where Coil is trying to get to.
Is this city contemporary to the vaults, or this is grown up after all that?
You have no idea what it looks like down there at this point. The last time anyone saw it was Coil, and that was hundreds of years ago. So.
I mean, like the city was the city around when the vaults were there, or is the city a new? Do people in the city know the vaults underneath, I guess, or is it like a?
Yeah, they do know it was there before, but it was much smaller. Like, so in the before times, the shield vault was the primary, and this was just like there because it existed, right? Now it's sort of in reverse. Like this is the place as far as you can tell, and then who knows what's under there.
Oh, here's a dumb question. What's a shield vault?
The shield vault is basically just the dwarven, society or the dwarven place that created like the Warforged, and that's where Coil is from. Coil, would you like to elaborate on any of the other wonders that the shield vault has provided?
Well, it was just it was something Morden created, and my quest is to find it, and it's supposed to support him or help him in the war or whatever.
Oh wait, no, it's not the shield vault that's underneath this. It's like what's the other thing? The
Forge Home.
Forge Home, yeah. Forge Home is underneath this. Sorry. Yeah, Forge Home.
And Forge Home is supposed to provide directions to the shield vault. Yeah. However, that was before the everything was rearranged.
Right, so who knows where it'll point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It could still be like it's under this mountain. Whatever. And then
Yeah.
if we can find that mountain.
For sure. So we discovered that. Then we discovered that the key wasn't just like a like a key. It was like a giant cog, right? That they would put into some sort of machine.
That's what they'll do. You love them cogs and gears, those guys.
Yeah. So what happened is you needed to get the key, and you found like a group of freedom fighters here. One of them, named Molly, recommended you go to a drop-off point over here. Sorry, the home base is here for the
And are
freedom
they
fighters.
Maoists or Marxist-Leninists, or are they, anarcho-syndicalists?
I don't know. They're just rebelling against the
They're just
robot
rebelling.
overlords,
All
really.
right. Okay. Got it.
So you went to this. There's a warehouse here that was supposed to be sort of a drop off of a upper crusty kind of guy who would have one of these keys. It turned out that was a setup, and there were a bunch of box monsters that Cell actually found. Like, he just like knew exactly where the box monster was, and sort of stopped this trap from being happening. And then you guys fought some box constructs, and then the authorities were alerted. Sort of these like large metal spheres that sort of float around and spin like those black droids from Star Wars kind of thing. And just before they sort of caught you, the team got teleported back home. So you guys are going in here, and like this isn't. I don't want you to think this is sort of like a futuristic society. It's still like cog punky, so it's not like they've uploaded your pictures into some database and all the robots know you're evil. Like there's still very much a chance of you guys can like sort of sneak around and do that sort of thing.
And are we? So we're in post-apocalyptic clothing. Would the robot disguises? Do we still have access to those, or are they useful here?
Yeah. You guys are still sort of in disguise. Coil very much looks like sort of one of those cog robots and stuff. All right, cool. And you guys are teleported in to this building here. There is a waypoint sort of on the very bottom floor. You guys kind of come in, and you're surrounded by this sort of stone basement in the teleportation circle. What do you all do?
Which building, Jay?
It's this one right here.
Oh yeah, okay. I forgot that there was. I wasn't fully zoomed out.
I'm like kind of on alert. Like
Mhm.
I don't know like how many people are good or bad here. Like after our feeling that it was Molly.
Mhm.
Like I guess I portray that to the group before we even arrive. Like one of
I'm
the
gonna-
leaders of this, like the person that recommended us this group, like or to go there, like betrayed us and stuff. Which and like I'm just on alert.
Because you were the only one that spoke to her. You and
Yeah, it was me and
Starfire.
Starfire. Yeah.
I think the place kind of sketches me out. So, just to take the edge off, I'm gonna reach into my diaper and take out some wine in a very nice-looking wine glass,
Mhm.
and just like have a little bit of wine
Mhm.
and be on alert as much as I can while still being sophisticated.
Yeah, the camera pans in, and like on the label, like it literally says diaper wine, like that's the brand of this kind of wine.
Yes.
I also take the opportunity.
Oh, I think you cut out there, Zalzu. We heard
Oh.
you take the opportunity, and then what?
To drink.
To drink.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude. Does anybody else want any of my diaper wine?
Not your diaper wine. I brought my own.
Yeah,
You need to-
and Zalzu, you reach over and you've stuffed your alcohol into one of Anders' pockets, like he's just carrying all of your shit now. Oh, also, I don't know if everyone knows this. Ander is actually head to toe green now. Like he's just like his skin is like a deep green.
I definitely
Why?
know that. I remember bringing it up a few times the last time we played together.
What's the cause of this greenness?
Ander?
Yeah, go on. I
It
asked.
was an unfortunate side effect that Starfire and I have talked at length about.
Oh, Starfire. Yeah, it'll happen.
I will be
Alright.
perfectly clear. They did not cause this. They also did not give me forewarning that it would happen.
Oh, so it's not like part of like a costume or camouflage.
No, it is not.
Oh, so you're just like that forever, huh? Just always gonna be green.
That would not be easy. Being
No,
green.
that would suck.
Get
Classic.
inspiration for that.
yeah, Coil, inspiration.
All right.
Well, what do you say? Shall we make like a tree and leave? What?
Before we go, I at least would like to spend a minute in prayer. If anyone would like to join me, they may. But mechanically, I would like to use the inspiring leader feat to
Mhm.
give everyone some temp HP if they're willing to listen to me babble about Mistra for about 10 minutes.
All right.
I'll be polite.
Who is taking part in this prayer?
Me.
Do I
How
have
much-
to actually pray?
You have to at least
Agreed.
pretend to pray.
You
Like-
have to at least
Like you could
Do
do
I
the thing
know-
like at Thanksgiving where everyone sort of puts their heads down and your eyes are still open and you're kind of like looking around, like thinking about your food. You know,
I
like
do it the least I can to get the bonus.
okay.
I'm gonna not partake in prayer. I'm gonna like during this 10 minutes. Can I like look around the area?
Yeah. Do you want to go upstairs? Like you were kind of in like a basement level.
Yeah. I kind of want to like try to creep around a little bit.
Okay. Gravy, you're participating.
I'm gonna follow Cylindriel and
Okay.
just kind of make sure he's good.
All right. So the three tanks, I guess, Coil, Ander, and Zalzu can take the temporary HP.
so it's only 7. It's not a lot, but
All right. So Cell and Gravy, can you all roll a Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Cell, are you both investigate and survival or just one of them?
I do have both of them clicked off.
Okay, so why don't you do investigation and Gravy you do survival.
Solid 9.
Cell, you rolling?
Yeah, no, it's a 6. You want me to roll
Oh,
both?
I didn't even see that. Okay. Yeah, you guys come upstairs. There's no one here anymore. Like, so basically, this is like a 2-floor building above the basement. The first floor is sort of the common area and the kitchen and stuff like that. I mean, it's still furnished. And then you guys go upstairs to the top floor. This is where all the like freedom fighters had their like bedding and their stuff. But you guys don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. You know, it's sort of just as it is. And then you guys all meet back up in the living quarters, and the other 3 have this sort of like, you know, sort of purple shimmer now that they have, you know, like a little bit of a force field around them from Mistra.
Looks clear upstairs. I'm kind of like I'm having this issue with this mall hammer because I put it on my back and it wasn't comfortable. So then I did like those front pouches like they have for babies now.
A baby Bjorn.
Yeah, so I have like that, but like the handle is up like this, and I'm kind of like batting it out of the way and trying to like drink my wine, and it's like not working.
Mm-hmm.
We determined that it was like abandoned. Like,
There just isn't anyone
Abandoned or,
here
like-
right now.
yeah, okay, yeah, just relay that to the group. No one's here, kind of like what Gravy did.
So it would seem that we were ambushed by, what was her name again?
Molly.
Molly. By an elf named Molly.
Well, good news. No one's there now because we checked, and we're certain there's no one upstairs.
We do not know the location of this Molly.
So the only
Correct.
other place that you really know is like this place here, which is where she sent you. But who knows?
Is it worth trying to find her again, or worth giving her a wide berth?
Did we find out what was in those like figurines? Like, was that ever investigated?
Yeah, it was like some sort of like drug, like skooma like drug, you know.
Okay.
So at this point,
Yeah.
we don't know. Sorry. Go
No, no, go ahead.
We don't know where the entrance to Forge Home would be. We just know
It's
under the
it's
city
in this
somewhere.
castle up here.
Oh, okay.
There used to be more entrances, but they sealed them all off.
all of them. Have we talked to the gutter folk? And the yeah, I feel like somebody knows how to sneak into this place, and we should talk to the sneaky folk and the poor and downtrodden who live in the area.
Certainly
they
an
know.
option.
That's what I say to the group. And I'm sorry, I might have missed this. Molly, was she a fake resistance member who betrayed us?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. But the real, we still know. Do we still have contacts in the real resistance?
They lived here. There were some other ones certainly, but
Yeah.
you don't know where they are at this point.
I'm also very suspicious of them because Molly's been in their like myths. So
Yeah, can I investigate to see if there's like any clues or anything about where we could find any of them?
yeah, you can
or-
give an
or-
investigation check.
Hobo code. I want to also
Um,
investigate.
Coil, you. Well, did you want to, Zalza? Did you want to do the hobo stuff, kind of like?
Yeah, I guess if there's like if there's any sort of like hidden, or you mean go off and do that stuff?
Yeah, or like go and do something else, or maybe ask around just this area
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, I guess I want to. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, Coil. You notice. I would say you notice like a couple of the rooms that like people were staying in have been emptied. So not all of them are empty, but there's more than one of them that have been like, so people have like moved out of this place, but not all of them, which strikes you as a little bit strange.
How many rooms are there?
There is one for each of them, so there were 6, and now 2 of them have moved out. Like 2 of them are empty.
And I don't know whose rooms they were.
No, they don't really have like names or anything like that.
But like when we stayed for the night.
Oh yeah, it's true. You would have. Okay, so the 2 people that have moved out are the other female human, which is Foy, and then the dragonborn, the whose name is Dendi. Zalzu, you sort of search around. I will allow you to augment your roll with gold if you'd like. Would you like to raise your?
I can't because I spent all my gold on a heavy crossbow. And now I have 0
Okay.
gold.
Okay. So you search around and you don't really you find unsavory type characters. Like, this is a post-apocalyptic universe. Basically, everyone that isn't you in the shot is downtrodden in some way.
Sure.
But like, you don't really find anyone who's like willing to talk to you. Maybe there are too many ears or eyes present, but they're sort of tight-lipped.
Can I try to roll a persuasion on one of the least type-lipped, or am I done with rolls?
Yeah, this is like your role for this action.
All right. I still believe in it, even though I didn't have any luck.
All right, Andrew, what did you want to do while everyone else was doing their things?
I think for the moment, I think I'm just gonna summon my familiar, because it's currently a raven, have it sit on top of the house and just consistently use my action to peer through its senses to make sure nobody that we don't already know is approaching.
Sure,
Basically
sure.
just being
Yeah, you think your Raven's not like super happy about what's going on, because it's sort of like, it's one of those like overcast, like sandy, dusty type apocalypses here. So it's like sort of canary in the coal mine, kind of like it's coughing and stuff. but it's still keeping a lookout. All right. So a couple hours go by. You all reconvene. Go ahead.
I was sadly unsuccessful in connecting with the downtrodden in this city.
I also did not learn very much. It would seem two of the rebels vacated the premises, but
Yeah. Go ahead.
it was not Molly, it was Foy and Dandy.
Well, it doesn't seem like Molly seems to have too much interest in this place. She must be under the assumption that we think it's compromised, which ultimately it is, but she seems to be under the illusion that we wouldn't come back here, so whatever safety that grants us, I'm grateful for it.
So, Jay, just to clarify, Molly had a room here,
Mm-hmm.
and her things are still here.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And
But
in
her-
the investigation, my investigation role included like searching her room and stuff, right? I
Yeah.
assume.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Do they have any friends or other connections of people who are still in the area? Who do you think she might go to?
We really just arrived here ourselves. We have
Well,
not spent much time here.
we have
Yeah.
the room that she stays at, so maybe the person that owns the place would know some of her associates.
Yeah, does it look like they've been here recently or anything like that? Like, can we tell if it's like
I think you could easily tell that they've been here like between like today and like last time you were here. Like only a couple days have passed, so like they're
Right.
still actively using it, is from what it seems.
Do the other members of the Resistance know Molly's a traitor?
You don't know that.
I mean, is the priority? I mean, does finding Molly matter, or is it more about finding the Resistance and warming them, or just trying to find the entrance to Forge Home?
I think
Like,
both of those
what are
things-
our biggest priorities? I guess what are we pursuing most at this point?
Probably warning the Resistance because
Yeah.
we can get into Forge Home.
That way,
Well, you know,
whatever.
yeah,
the
whenever.
resistance
Yeah.
had all the
But they
information.
could-
Like they had way
Yeah.
more than we
Right?
did.
They might be the contact we need to find the secret entrance.
Yeah,
that
I
I
mean,
know
they-
is there.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I think finding Molly and like the resistance might go hand in hand. Like if
Sure.
they're still like actively here.
Right, if she's still with them, infiltrated
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
But if everybody left but her, what does that mean? This was a general Resistance hideout, and everybody's room is emptied out but her room, right?
No, only two
No.
of them.
No,
Only
there's
two of them.
yeah,
Oh,
there's still
two.
4 rooms, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, can we
So-
make any connection as to why like those two might have left? Like, can we like nothing at all or?
I
It's
guess
tough.
would
You
be
guys didn't
good-
really roll super well on your investigation checks,
Yeah.
so it's hard
Yeah.
to really,
Yeah.
you know.
If I had to take an educated guess, it's because those two might have had some kind of tip off that Molly was a traitor and got out while they could.
Or Molly killed them.
That's
Is there not a rolling rule where we like take a day or something to get a 10? Is
Yeah, I
that
mean, if you guys want to
old?
spend a day here, you could make some more rolls and stuff like that. But like, you know, time is passing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as long as you're okay with that, we could certainly do that. But like, basically, like, you guys think
Well,
like,
I feel like, yeah, are we at a dead end unless we somehow make connection with?
Yeah,
one of the
I don't
other
even.
ones
I
to
don't know
do it?
how we'd ever find them.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you could go
Like, we have
exploring the
no-
city. You know, there's like,
but we've
I was gonna
already.
say, we also don't have a great lay of the land, it sounds like, so it might be worth just walking around and doing some reconnaissance.
Maybe they find us because we. I don't know,
But,
maybe
well,
we just happen
Zalzu
to
already
bump into them.
did try to explore.
That's true.
I mean, he just tried to ask like just the people in this area. Like he didn't go far. Like if you guys want to go to a
That's true.
tavern
Yeah,
or see where the city is, what's the market look like, any of those things.
I mean,
Yeah,
are there shanty towns anywhere up near where, like up along the mountain wall where the castle would be?
So the closest thing to a shanty town would be like over here. It's like
Right.
small houses that are really condensed and stuff like that. It definitely
Sure.
seems like that would be the most like
And then
shantiest
market there.
of places.
The shantiest of towns. I say, I always love a good shanty town. I say we go wander around the shanty town and see what's going up in their shanty. That's Zalzu's vote. But I'm open to persuasion.
It sounds like as good an idea as any. We have to pick somewhere to go.
Perhaps we could also investigate briefly the ambush site, which was right there.
Turn to the scene of the crime.
Also, I think it would be prudent to leave a discreet note informing the other three of Molly's betrayal.
Do we
I
know how would we do a
think-
discreet note where Molly wouldn't potentially find it?
Perhaps
It's a little
Perhaps
tricky, but I
in
might
their
have
bed.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
I might have
Put a note in everybody's bed but Molly's that Molly is a traitor.
precisely.
All right. I can dig it.
All right.
Maybe we could pray about it too. What do you think, Zalzu?
Y'all can have at it. I don't think anybody's listening, or they would have fixed a lot more stuff before now.
All right. So you guys leave a note in everyone's bed except for Molly's. Okay.
Yeah. So when they go to the shanty town, can I go to like the market?
Actually,
Hold on. What if Molly's sleeping with any of the other people?
Yeah, we have no
I-
idea. We
I want to leave a note. I propose the idea. I say, perhaps we can leave a note under Molly's pillow saying one of the others is a traitor.
But she knows she's a traitor.
But
Coil, this
perhaps she would think
So
that
we'll go reveal herself to that one.
she would think that we are blaming the other person for her
Oh.
betrayal.
No.
I think it would, if anything, make her more alert and more perceptive to any sort of mistakes we make.
yeah, I think we try not to reveal that we're here, that we're back.
Is there any value anybody think in putting like a "we know what you did" under her pillow and just seeing what happens?
I know what you did last summer. But
I don't think so. I think that does the same thing. I think
Same thing.
ideally, at least for now, we don't want her to know we're here.
plus, Coil's note is just a bunch of zeros and ones.
Inspiration for Dan.
I say,
Uh,
precisely.
it's just a drawing of a wig.
All right. So
Right.
notes under the other people's beds or no notes?
Yeah, I mean, I vote for notes under everybody but Molly's bed.
Who's the leader, Jason?
You know who the leader is.
There wasn't a like a defined leader.
That's right.
But you think the
That's
person
right.
who had sort of maybe the most experience was the Dragonborn who has left.
And they're gone, right?
They're the one who's gone.
I was just gonna tell you to tell him that we still use this chili recipe.
I mean, it's only been a couple days. When we were talking to them, they didn't have like a fallback house or anything like that. Like this was the only area.
Not that they mentioned, you didn't really ask
Yeah,
about it
okay.
or anything.
Yeah, probably would have been smart.
Yeah. It's not really the first topic of conversation. It's like
Yeah.
just in case we all die here.
No, yeah. Yeah, I guess everyone.
All right, Shantytown, and then Cell, you're gonna split the party. Is that what we're doing?
Well, I want to look at like the market and like the area where like the ambush happened. A little bit of both.
Okay. So do we want to split up like some people go to the shanty town and some people go to the like scene of the crime?
I mean, they're pretty close. Can we just going
Yeah.
away where we walk through the market to get to
Yeah,
the
we-
shanty? I guess it's
Yeah,
sort
we
of
can do
back.
both.
Okay.
I mean, we go
I
Shantytown
feel like
first. That's
splitting up the
fine.
party is never a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
especially
Yeah.
since half the party doesn't know what Molly or any of the other rebels look like. So
That's right. Yeah, yeah, we got
Yeah.
to stick.
Fair.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So we're sticking together. So Shantytown first. So I guess everyone kind of pick a skill, that you think would be relevant to how you're interacting with the Shantytown people, and then give it a roll, and then we'll interact in that way.
I'm gonna try my best on investigation again.
Sure.
Hey,
Coil is not going. This isn't what.
this
Coil
is
would
cool.
do that.
Okay.
I guess I'll run. Sorry.
Would Coil like to instead roll like perception or investigation to keep lookout or something?
If anybody's following us or
As an idea.
has a bow up on us on the roof.
And I do have.
Oh yeah, you have
what-
observant. So if you just want to give me your passive perception instead.
18.
All right. So, Andrew, did you want to roll or no?
I'll take the roll. I just want to ask if I can include guidance as well or not.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Take persuasion because that feels like good.
All right. Cool. All
Like
right.
that.
So yeah, you guys get a bunch of good rolls. So you're all easily able to sort of ingratiate yourself into the shanty town. People are wandering around. They're trying to trade things. They're just sort of living. Maybe there's like a big soup pot with one of the there's a hobo there who's talking about how good this soup is because his he has one of the oldest and most weathered soup rocks that there is. So he's like kind of really digging into the hobo theology of soup rocks. And you're all able to sort of come have some soup and ingratiate. Matt's really getting a kick out of this.
We vibe on this. We rock this soup rock guy. I know, it's all about collective action making this soup, my man. You know what it is.
So you're all able to sort of ingratiate yourself into these people. You think that while there's still Coil, this is what you notice. You think that while there are still sentries that sort of float by and there are guards around, these people have become so good at the timing of it. So you'll notice when they'll walk by, these people will get quiet and they'll you kind of can pick up on their cues and how they're acting to when to talk and when not to talk. Gravy, while everyone's having soup, you share some of your diaper wine with someone who's actually interested in such a vintage. They really want to know how you made it and all this stuff. And as you're kind of getting into it,
He switched his grapes.
I can't give you double inspiration, Josh. So you kind of start talking with this person, and this person actually is friends with the Dendi, the Dragonborn. And he kind of tells you that he actually went to the north part. He went to the north part beyond the wall that we can't get to really. But he was kind of talking about how there was some sort of fight or something that happened and his group sort of separated. I don't know.
Anything else?
He says, well, you give me the rest of that diaper wine and I might be a little bit more loose lips.
Hang on a second. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, nothing suspicious there. He waits.
All right.
All
I'm
done.
All right. So do you hand him the rest of your diaper wine?
What I have on him, I have more in my diaper, but I'll give him like what I got.
Okay. So
Sure,
what
here you go.
what he says is that Dendi convinced Foy that there was a mole in their group, but the others didn't take the advice and they all stayed, and those two left.
So maybe those notes. Well, I don't know. Or maybe the notes will convince them if they're getting it from two sources. So it's good we left them, I say.
Or they are already dead.
Or they're all already dead.
All
Well, I
right.
appreciate the heads up. I hope you enjoy the wine.
Yeah, he just starts guzzling on the bottle. You know, he's just going in. All right.
But he doesn't know where any of them are. Just what happened.
He knows two of them went to this side of the city.
Oh, up north, but yeah, vaguely.
Yeah. And like crossing this, this is like where you need to have, your pass and all that stuff. So, like getting to the, this is like the richer side of the city. You need to have, some multi passes and things like that.
I asked this guy if he knows anybody who could sneak or fake us across that wall.
Those are tough to get. I could get you some bad ones. Like if you're convincing, you could get through.
I have. Hold on. I've got a thing.
Wait.
got
It might
something for this.
at a place like this. It might actually be easier if we could know one of the guards that isn't like on the up and up that might take a bribe.
Coil wants this. Coil
here.
says, no thanks. Gravy can also make bad ones.
With Tinker, I can do this thing that I just posted in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Can I forge a perfect pass?
It's like the
Yeah.
thing that Doctor Who does.
I mean, yeah, you could make one. Like, is there a limit or
A group pass. No, I mean it looks like I can do one object.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's
I
gonna
have
be,
it, and I haven't used it yet. It's one of my tinkered items, like along with my.
so with a bad one, you could probably imagine what a good one would look like and replicate it.
And can I so it only get one of us across, or I could try my luck.
we're all
and do,
prisoners.
it's a group pass.
yeah, it's a
or
family
group-
pass.
It's a family pass. He
Yeah,
says I don't know if family passes exist.
It's like we're gonna make one look just as good as the real thing. They'll never question it.
All right. He's like 2 gold, and I'll give you the pass that I got.
Oh, my fellows, my friends, my comrades, does anybody have 2 gold to offer this gentleman? I have this beautiful,
before I
lovely
give you the
new
2
heavy
gold,
crossbow that I've acquired, and well,
I have the money, but before I pay for it, I want to see what we're getting at least. Can we take a look at it?
He shows it to you. It's like the thing that seems bad about it is like it's just
Yeah,
it's
well,
not on
pay
the
very
right
close attention
it's not on
to
the right card stock. You know what I mean? He just takes it out and shows it to you.
All right. Did you see that, Zalzu?
I give the
look at
man
it?
his gold.
All right, you get a look at it. All right. This looks like trash. I don't want it.
Hey, yeah, come on.
All right, I'll give him 1 gold.
I'll give him the other.
All right.
All right. He hands
Yeah,
over the
I owe
multi-pass.
you. I owe you one.
Yeah, that heavy crossbow's looking pretty nice.
All right. Okay. So Zalzu and Ander, you also got above 20. So you're chatting up the cook, the guy who's, he talks a lot about this rock and sort of what it means in the hobo lifestyle and all that stuff. But eventually you are able to ask him some questions. So each of you get to ask one question, and this guy, depending on what it is, he'll answer as best he can.
All right.
Is there a god?
We
There's
know
many
there's-
gods, many gods. All right,
Hey,
you got
no,
one
no,
question
no,
left.
no. I guess I ask him, does he know where in a way that's not gonna freak him out.
Okay.
How I can get in contact with the resistance. It would be hey, you know anybody who isn't too friendly with these here clockwork boyos?
He says, "Yeah, I do. So over here, there's a gazebo right near where you guys arrived in the graveyard. There's a gazebo there. You'll find a plank of wood underneath, and it'll move, and then that's a place where you can contact the resistance."
Thanks, comrade. Appreciate it.
Oh, I think I missed the last thing you said there.
Oh, I appreciate it. Is
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, he nods. All right.
I think I want to go in a slightly different direction and see what this guy knows about Molly. Either ways we might be able to avoid her, or anything like any information we can get about her is potentially information we can exploit. So
Yeah, Molly's a tough one. She calls herself a spider. She knows a lot of people. She has these connections. She knows rich people. Somehow she can chat with them and knows what they're up to. So she plays the game real well. You know what I mean?
far too well, yes.
So yeah, if you might be able to contact some rich people or their servants.
I appreciate the tip.
He nods. All right, cool. Now, as is custom, after you all have eaten the soup, you're supposed to put something in. Like if you take from the soup, you must put into the soup. So I want to hear what each of you put into the soup. We'll start with Gravy. What do you put in?
I'll put some jerky.
Jerky. Okay. Coil. What do you put in there?
I don't eat.
Yeah, but you always have food on you, so this would be a good opportunity to fit in.
I don't think my food has gone bad. I haven't gotten.
Yeah, but you don't know that, right? Like,
Oh no.
I don't even remember what the last thing I had was, but I think it was like when we were at the bar with the cows.
yeah, some of the mother's milk or whatever.
I've
Sure.
made cheese.
Yeah, it's like, but it's it's a dairy based beer, so it's definitely gone bad at this point. All right,
Yeah.
Ander, what do you put in there?
I also don't eat. So
But you at least know what food tastes like.
that's correct. Want a little ethereal, can I offer a blessing?
He says that a blessing won't feed our bellies.
Yeah, blessing don't taste good.
Okay. Need to look at the components for some spells real quick.
Okay,
Don't
Zalzi,
mind
what do you
me.
put in there?
I pour a beer in there.
You pour a beer. Sel, what do you put in there?
Yeah, so like I'm like kind of scouting around for other rocks maybe because I've heard him talk about his soup rock and like I'm gonna try, I want his soup rock a little bit.
You
So I'm
want
gonna,
the
like-
soup rock? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I'm gonna try to convince him that a rock that I found on the ground
It's a way better.
is a way. I'm an experienced cook, and this soup rock is fantastic. It's
Have
superb.
you guys read the book Stone Soup before? Like this is a real
No.
book.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Well,
stone
never
stone thing is a real thing. Like it's a very real thing in hobo culture for sure. All right.
Okay.
Sel, give me a persuasion check. He doesn't buy it. He's like, no, I've known this rock. If you wanna put a rock in and wait a couple days and get your rock out, I'm fine with that. But you're not taking my rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my rock in there. It's like a dirty rock. I haven't
Clean up
cleaned
that
it
rock.
at all. It's just like a dirty rock, and I'm just gonna put it.
Jason, have you secretly developed a Pokemon style mini game for upgrading soup rocks throughout this?
You'll never know.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Your soups are gonna taste much better after this one. I promise you that. And I just drop it in.
Yeah, he says your soup will taste much better, and he winks at you. All right, so what would you guys like to do now?
Onto the market, I guess.
Onto the market or the
Or the scene of the crime.
of the
Yeah.
crime?
wherever
or did you
Yeah,
want to
we'll
go
go see the
leave a note
crime.
for the resistance?
I mean, it's the scene of the crime's on the way to the note for the resistance. We could I say, whenever we choose to leave a note for the resistance, we have our sneakiest compadre sneak up there alone and do it.
I
So
think
we're not
it's
a big-
great. I think it's gravy. Ah!
Is it?
No, it's definitely you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, man, I'm a pretty sneaky guy.
I can do
Um,
pull-ups.
All right. So we'll do the note first, since it'll be quick. All right, Sel. First off, what do you write on the note? Like, what do you write on it?
That's a group thing, right? That's not just me.
Yeah. You don't have to take that one on, but
Yeah, I mean, we're not, we don't have a set address. Do we know a place in town that we could, I don't know, I guess if this is a drop point, we could just hang around here. I don't know. What does everybody think? What do we want to do? We want to meet with the guys who have run away.
Yeah,
The
almost
Dragonborn guy.
But
Yeah.
I think they probably don't even use this anymore. We would imagine, right?
That's actually a pretty good point. They might think this is compromised too.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it would be
Could
a safe
theoretically
bet that the
plant-
two people that left don't use it anymore. But
Could
the others
theoretically
do.
plant false information if we wanted to. but
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
It also could lead us to Molly.
Yeah.
What if we say?
I mean, we could also just leave a note saying that, like kind of like the note we left on the beds, right? Like, hey, Molly's bad. Like we leave it multiple places.
I mean, here's a thought. What if we leave information saying that the building we arrived in is compromised? It might give them reason to stay away, meaning our excursions in and out of the city are that much safer. Give them
That's
a
a good
reason to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That that building's being watched or whatever, or it's
Yeah.
got the walls have ears.
Okay. All right.
What?
So, Sel, give me a stealth check.
Before he goes, can I? Oh well, I don't know how much this will help. But
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I offer
roll an
him
extra
this for
D4.
guidance?
Sel,
Yeah,
roll,
fair.
roll an extra D4.
Good.
All right. So you get up there, you plant the note, and then you kind of get up, and then you notice there is like a sort of clockwork watchman. He's got sort of like that sort of brass style top hat, like a pole arm. He's a robot, and he says, "You there? Question. Comply.
I just nod. Yeah, I just nod.
Have you seen anything here in the past few days?"
I say no. I haven't seen anything. What is there to see?
Come closer.
Yeah, I get closer.
All right. He says, "Put your hand in this in this lie detector." And he offers his hand, and it's like this weird gizmo, and he says, "Answer again.
Oh,
Comply."
Is that your neck is the Gom Jabbar?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I comply. I put my hand in there.
All right. Give me subterfuge roll. Is there subterfuge?
It's way grosser than you thought it was going to be.
Deception.
too.
Yeah, give me some deception.
We're not rolling good today.
I mean, it's not a lie that he hasn't seen anything here.
I-
He hasn't
I-
been here.
I mean, I did teleport in here, but I haven't seen anything.
All right. His like your hand is in his little hand, and like there, some things were
Yeah.
up and stuff. And then as soon as you say you haven't seen anything, it turns green. It goes like, bing! And he says, "Thank you for complying, citizen. Move along."
Yeah, I mean, do I still plant the note?
Yeah, you got the note done before.
Yeah, okay,
You're
okay.
fine. He don't think
Yeah.
he saw you plant the note.
Yeah, so like on my walk back to the group, can I like kind of observe where we teleported in and see if there's anything being done there? Like,
Yeah, most of the investigation is done. It just seems like he
Okay.
is there as a sentry because you actually were like right near where you teleported in.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's why that dude was there.
yeah.
All right, cool.
Yes.
So you go back to the group.
It's like, yeah, the lie detectors don't work too good here. We're probably okay to lie.
That's-
Great takeaway.
Yeah,
All
right?
right. All right. Great. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you head down to the warehouse. The warehouse is locked this time, and there's like basically like the equivalent of like there's like a rope that has like a note on it that says like crime scene or investigating, and then there is a robot guard out front, similar to the one that I just described.
Mm.
Any way to get up on the roof from an adjacent building?
You could get up on the roof, but it's like a 2-story roof, and it'd be a trek. Like you'd have to come from like down here probably, and then like climb all the way over. Like it's not really like a good. There's no good way to do it. Like you could, but it'd just be like you need to make some stealth rolls and some acrobatic rolls to do it.
Sure.
Why?
I don't know.
What are you thinking?
Just to get in past with the guy not seeing us, sneak in from the roof. To
Yeah,
investigate.
but like, can I just be like, there's nothing on the roof? Like, we already know that, right? Like, we scouted this place out.
I mean, I could send my familiar up and see what we can see.
I mean, can you get into the building with your familiar in a way that this robot guard wouldn't see you get into the building?
If there's a spot small enough for a raven to fit through, maybe.
There's just a door, right?
So yeah, there's just a
Just a
door on
door.
this building. So this building like is designed to house like illicit goods. So even most warehouses, like the other warehouses, have like those small windows at the top, like on the second floor, like in case something needs to vent or whatever. But this one's sort of like an illicit good one, so it doesn't even have any openings other than that door.
No chimney.
Nope.
Okay.
Like
Well,
you
looks
think that
it looks like you're gonna have to pull the sexy robot trick and pull this guard away from the door.
I mean, well, hang on. I have a question, Jason.
Yeah.
Are we on like a paved road or are we on like dirt because we're in Shantyville?
No, you guys, these are sort of main thoroughfares. So like any of these big ones here, like sort of this one on the outside, those are sort of main roads. They're sort of like that, like cobblestoney kind of like thing. They're like as nice as a road can be as far as like in a post-apocalyptic universe, right? Like so, sand and whatnot.
Okay. So it would take a little bit of time, but I do have the cantrip Mold Earth. We could theoretically tunnel underneath.
Can you move stone with that?
I can move like. Give me 1 minute. You choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range and fits within a 5-foot cube. So it would take time.
Yeah, it would take days.
Oh, okay.
Could you just pop open one of the walls without being noticed doing it, so you could see inside for a little bit? Just
Nothing.
for fun.
I don't think there's
Just
anything.
starting point in this. All right. let's
No,
just get
I
out of
don't
here
think
then.
there's any point in.
It was just like an empty, like not empty, but it was just like a pitch
There's
black
no-
warehouse with like
no
nothing inside of
right.
it except for drugs. Yeah.
The fact that they are posted up there, is that anything new, or there would have been a robot there before?
There was not a robot there before. There's a robot
Does
there
this
now
mean-
because it's a crime scene.
Okay, so they know there's a crime there or whatever. It wasn't like
Mhm.
this isn't necessarily indication that
You guys committed
I'm
that
trying
crime.
to right. But that's where Molly is that where Molly betrayed the group?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
is
Molly sent the group there, but it was a trap.
Oh, okay. She wasn't there. All right. Yeah. Let's just,
Well, we can make the pass, right? We're gonna like make a fake pass, do a little family group thing.
So that's So that's
Yeah.
for getting So I guess we can just go do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys want to go
If
back to
there's nothing
the
else
safe
to
house to
find-
do that, or?
To make the pass.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, let's just do it in broad daylight and hope for the best.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool. We'll go ahead and take a break now because it's been about an hour, and then we will be back.